What's up, tribe? It's MonaVeli, and you are tuned in with Pink World.
I'm about to move somewhere pretty. Not too sedity, cause I'm in love with the city, Maybe if I wasn't such an infant. Maybe if the streets weren't so motherfucking greedy, I'd be moving through like water, never seen a team with me on my shit night shit. I'm a bully about my business, and season change got me.
All right, well, what are we at? Episode 36. 36.
Damn, episode 36. Whoa. Welcome back to this episode of Pink World, baby. Today we have a very special guest in front of us. The real MonaVeli.
Yes. Amazing. Welcome.
Thank you. Yes,
excited.
Yes.
I feel like we've been trying to do it for a minute.
Yes.
So I'm glad it's finally time.
Me too. Like I feel like this is my first time actually sitting down talking to you guys one-on-one.
Yeah.
Like it's usually social media interaction.
I know.
I'm excited to be here. Mm-hmm. Like I love this space. Really? I want to point that out. Like y'all are killing it. This
and
is
you match
so cute.
the space.
It was kind of
perfect.
It's pink season though. You know,
is.
It's like pastels and all that. Mm-hmm. So it's a vibe. I'm comfortable.
The spring summer vibe. I like it. I'm fucking with it. So let's get into it. Mm-hmm. Who are you? What do you do? What do you get into? Yes. You're creative, so let's talk about it.
Yes, I'm MonaVeli, capital M, capital V. Mm-hmm. I'm an artist. I say that to encompass rapping, singing, songwriting. It's like a genreless blend of what I'd like to say of what I do. I'm a creative director. I'm an editor, digital marketer, 3-time business owner. So
okay.
I mean, we're outside, but
that's amazing.
We're outside, busy as hell. Yeah. Oh, and I'm a program manager, so I manage adults and children as well for like an arts program.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Damn, so you're very involved. Very involved.
Try to.
Yeah. The long blink got it. The long blink got it. That's funny as fuck.
You like people? Because that's a lot of people.
I like connecting with like-minded people, and you can only do that by like putting yourself in certain rooms. So like because there's stupid people in this world, and
we were just talking about that at the place we got food. Just talking about.
It makes me exhausted. Yeah. And so like my what do you call it? Your social battery. Mm-hmm. It can die fairly quickly. Mm-hmm. I went to the club last night.
Oh. Okay.
Which is speaking of, which is a very rare thing. Yeah. I went out for like drinks with my mother, and it was just beautiful outside. Mm-hmm. Girls called me. They're like, "What are we doing tonight?" I'm already kind of buzzed. I'm like, "Well, makeup's done already. Yeah. Let's switch clothes and go out." Mm-hmm. It was a lot. Yeah. It was a lot. Like, I lost my fur coat. Oh. So somebody tried to take it, and I caught them walking out with it, like, around a man, around his thing, trying to bag other women with it on. Crazy, right? My other friend lost her wallet. No. Had, like, her whole life in it. We ended up finding it at the bar with all the money, and, like, didn't nothing. So God was looking out. That's a miracle. God was looking out. But it was a lot of... I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Like after a certain point, it was like, okay, I'm fighting for my life at this point. Yeah. Like, it was a lot.
No bullshit.
But no.
Like, that's funny as fuck though.
Yeah. I feel like that's how the club be.
Like, I like you guys. Like, I like connecting. You know what I'm saying? Like, intentional.
But the club, it's a lot. Like, what town did you go?
You said what town?
What town?
We went to Icon nightclub. Oh. Yeah. So like I know the promoters there.
That's in Rhode Island?
Boston. Yeah. It's like right. I'm terrible with directions, but it's Boston. Yeah. Like, I know Boston. I tell my friends, I'm like, I might as well be blindfolded every time I get in the car because I have no idea.
Right where I be.
No, dead ass. Like, I be on the phone, like, where are we all the time? It's terrible.
But I'm here, but
I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm with someone I trust. Like,
as long as you got that,
we're good.
No bullshit. But so talk a little bit more about what you do. I feel like what's the biggest thing that you're focusing on right now?
Definitely music. That's always everything else I do is to propel my music career. Mm-hmm. I'm very much an all or nothing type of person. Mm-hmm. So again, the arts program, for example, that would seem like the farthest thing from that, from music. But I actually got hired as a music director, like the music coach or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then as I started the interview process, they were like, we kind of actually want to bring you on as a program manager. So now I get paid more.
That's fine.
And I get to, like, like I said, manage the children and stuff. But music is that's it. Like I said, everything else is to back my music career because we're gonna get it one way or another.
Absolutely.
Regardless, by any means necessary. But yeah,
that's dope that you're doing like mad shit in the creative scene.
Yeah,
and making money off of it too.
Yeah,
obviously a lot of people don't have the ability to do that. So
definitely a blessing.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
It's a lot of years of like self-teaching.
Yeah.
Like just different skills like digital editing again, and I'm about to get my digital marketing certificate just to have it because I have another company with that. So I have an eyelash brand, and it's like everything just aligns, so it's easy.
Oh, I know your eyelash brand. Okay.
Oh my god.
That Kiki Lash. Yeah.
Omni Lashes.
Fire.
So yeah, we sell like.
Yeah. I was like, wait.
It's clicking. It's clicking.
Oh my
That's
god,
crazy.
no, that's so dope. That's so dope
It's
that you guys know.
clicking.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We've like customized, like we cater to like performers, so that's artists, dancers of any kind.
Try to make them extra durable.
Just durable and like stand out and inexpensive, but still quality. Like when you're not having your eyes are not gonna itch, and you feel me? Like it's top tier. Like I actually study what different what the different things I'm using basically. Like there's research that goes behind it, but again, everything aligns. Like, and no matter what I'm doing, I make sure that it does, so that I'm never like it's very easy to lose yourself.
100%.
Yeah. So like if I fucked around and started working retail, like I've been down that road. I was miserable. I felt like I was in a Tim Burton movie. Like it was terrible.
Me too.
Yeah.
Us too as well.
I'm like, I think I'd rather not have as much money in my account right now and feel a little bit of joy.
Right.
Like I'll deal with stretching it out and finding joy within myself until I get to that point. Yep. But yeah.
That's a good way to be about it, for real.
Money is not everything. I mean, it is definitely a luxury to say that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not missing no meals.
Yeah.
But, but yeah, it is definitely a blessing.
Yeah. That's up. Very admirable.
Thank you.
I need to hear that.
No,
also the research key.
Yeah, research it, because I feel like people will be like wanting to get into shit and then they'll like do it, which is cool, do it, but they literally don't do research, and you can see like the quality shows for itself.
It's terrible, and it's so funny. My male best friend, he's like my brother. He's the one who told me to start like an eyelash brand because we were talking about passive income. Money is his favorite thing. So I'm in the room just talking about like different streams of income and stuff, and he's like, "Bro, why don't you just get into lashes? Like you literally know so much about lashes already. Buy them all the time. Like you're always like making your own like different. Just start customizing." And he actually gave me the investment money to start up, and
that's fire.
It's been beautiful. Like the support from you, like from everybody's been great.
Dope. I love to hear that.
Thank you.
That's fire.
When did you like start, or like it seems like you're obviously very creative. Like, have you always been that way? Is there something that kind of like propelled you to actually start doing stuff with it?
I've always been creative. Like I've always sang, and like my mother told me I've been singing for as long as I could talk. Yeah. But seeing women like Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hill, like artists like Busta Rhymes and stuff, like really just. I remember sitting in front of the TV watching Erykah, and it was like Erykah Badu. I'm sitting there talking like I know her personally.
My girl Erykah on TV.
And I'm a kid, and I'm literally just like sitting crisscross applesauce, mesmerized. And I'm like, the thought was, wow, I can do this. Like she looks like me. Like I can push whatever I'm interested in this far, even farther. Like we can create our own worlds with this shit. Like it resonated so deeply. I went to school out, and my mother put me into like music lessons, so I'm like classically trained, like vocally. I've music theory, so she like that support really launched. Like it just pushed me, and I was like, okay, we can do this. And she made sure I had like things under my belt. Yeah. And then I started getting into like production when I went to school in Brighton, and that was like I was sold. I'm like, every single part of this is I want parts.
Like
I want
music
my hands
production.
On this. Yeah, so that was it.
Was it like a college or?
It was, I can't even remember the name of it, but I lived in Boston for a little bit, and it was like going into 6th grade.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it was 6th grade.
Young. You were young.
Yeah, exactly. And the music teacher, like we were sitting at computers and we were literally like making our own beats, and I was going crazy. I was like, this is amazing. Like I did not want to leave.
That's
I ended
so
up
interesting.
transferring.
You never hear about that.
Ever.
Yeah. And it was amazing. But I ended up transferring out halfway through 6th grade to move back to Brockton. So
okay.
North Middle School didn't have all that. So just like I was in choir. Like,
just straight up, choir.
But that definitely, like, we were seeking out anything, different programs and stuff like that for me to do. And I got into like DJing just because it was like the closest thing. And that got me into the studio and launched everything. Wow. So yeah, it was like, again, ordained, divine intervention, whatever.
Ordained is right. Like,
definitely.
That's amazing too that you have that support like in your family. Cause
thank you.
Yeah, no, of course. A lot of people don't have that, and to see like it just helps people so much to have somebody, one, to be there to support them, and then to push them at the same time. Like, that's just amazing.
Exactly. Like, my mother has never looked at it like, oh, that's cute. Your little rap thing. Like, she will cuss you out if you come up to her on something like, oh, yeah, is your daughter still doing that little music thing? Like, that
little music thing?
Yeah, like, I've just been like 2 people that she just come home and told me, like, have said something like that. And they don't know me, granted. Yeah. But she was just like, who the fuck? Like, going off. Like, is your kid still a bum? Like, going off. I'm like, this is okay. No, I love it though.
It's all clicking. I'm getting a better picture.
Yeah.
What it's really like. I'm fucking with it. That's
Most
funny.
Definitely.
That's what's up. So, a lot of support from your mom. Okay. Pretty much just your mom. How was like growing up? And like, you know, I feel like you kind of moved around a lot. Maybe I'm just misinterpreting that move, but
you nailed it.
Okay.
Basically.
So how was that? I feel like when you grow up as like when you're young and you grow up, it's kind of hard to find your identity or where you fit in, right?
Yeah.
I moved around a lot too, and I feel like I faced that as well.
Definitely.
So talk a little bit about your experience finding confidence with going after what you want.
Oh, I love that. Again, like I'm an only child. So
me too.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're here with it. Hey, friend.
Yes. Hey.
But yeah, I'm an only child, so it was a lot. It's been me and my mother. Like, so I feel like because of that, I'm a lot more mature. Like the things that I'm into are like not which the average person my age was into or is currently would be into, maybe depending on where we're at. But it was a lot of like me learning how to entertain myself and just learning myself.
Yeah.
So that just like, it was kind of hard to fit in certain places because I felt like I was so different. People would kind of like try to attach themselves to me.
Yeah.
And use you for your energy basically. And obviously I'm in like 5th, 6th grade. I'm just a vibe. Like, I don't know that you don't realize that's happening until like people start really playing games with you. Yeah. And luckily I was blessed with discernment and I was able to start seeing things like that early on. And that just really kept me away from a lot of negative energy that could have stopped me from having the confidence to pursue my dreams and go like it's 110%. Like, you know, 1,000% in it. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I'm also very stubborn, so anybody who did try to like throw any negativity at me, I literally would take that, and it's my biggest motivation. So it's like there's no chance but to win because of that background. Like I'm very how do you say it? Self-reliant.
Self-reliant, yeah.
Self-motivated.
Self-motivated, like very much so, because again, I am an only child. Like me and my mother are like this. We spend a lot of time together. We spend a lot of time together, but still like, it's just me at the end of the day.
It's like the opposite of codependent. So like.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. Whatever.
Like you're not codependent to your mother, but of course that's a big like driving force.
Yeah,
and, like,
exactly. Like I feel as though like I want to take care of you now. I want to take care of everybody around me. So like that is definitely all of that coming from the projects. Like it wasn't projects like JFK projects.
Yeah,
I hope
like
I don't get don't attack me, but y'all know what that looks like. It was nothing like that. Looking back, it was beautiful, but it was still like we were on housing, we were getting like assistance and stuff like that, but I couldn't tell. I had no clue. In my mind, we were living in a mansion. I wasn't missing any meals. I had new clothes every week. Like we were living.
That's really nice. Yeah. Like that's how it's supposed to be. So that's great. Because of
influxes in finances and the economy and stuff, it did cause a lot of like moving around. Like I moved to Brockton, to a couple other spots in Brockton, to Randolph, to Virginia, back to Saugus, back to Boston, back to Brockton. Like, it's been a whole,
No
a whole
bullshit.
thing, and like a span of some years. But
I feel you.
I guess
feel
I'm a
you.
nomad now because I just adjust. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be good.
No bullshit, bro.
I'll be
I feel like
good.
growing up, like it does, like moving around a lot, it builds a lot of character. Also, when you're able to look back at it and not see it as woe is me or damn I had or like
Exactly.
victimize the fact that you had such a shitty childhood. I feel like that's when you know you've healed from
Yeah.
it and like are just trying to use that to move forward.
Exactly.
Facts.
I can't stand somebody who's always like crying, basically. Like, and I sometimes think I'm cold, but I know I'm extremely emotional. Not extremely, I'm emotional. I'm empathetic. I'm sympathetic. Like, I'm all that. But it gets to a point where it's like, okay, when are you going to choose to stop being the victim?
Yeah,
And
I feel
decide to be your own hero and get up, because nobody's gonna coddle you forever. And when everybody leaves and stops coddling you, you're sitting by yourself.
you. Exactly.
So what are you gonna do? You can come to me upset because life happens, but by the second or third time we talk about this, we need to be talking about solutions. Cause
Yeah.
come on now,
Yeah,
we got shit to do. Like,
No bullshit.
time waits for no man. We gotta go.
We were talking about that in the last episode
Yeah,
too.
literally.
Like literally,
Yeah.
life
It's
keeps
a
moving.
theme.
Yeah,
Life keeps moving.
yeah, of course.
Always. And always moving forward at that. Like,
Yeah.
things
Exactly.
get better.
And when you think about it, that is you're regressing or whatever the case, like that's what's just gonna happen
It's
for you.
it's a mental of lack that will
Yeah.
actually have you lacking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's what it is. If you wake up and you have that mindset of like, oh, I'm moving backwards, instead of like, oh, how can I learn from this to move forward, you're not going nowhere. You're gonna be in the same place.
Good point.
And I'm gonna be watching you cry like, okay, bye. Because we're going this way.
'Cause there's only so long I can drag myself down with you.
Exactly. I recently had to just cut somebody off for that shit. And it's like, it was really
It's
sad.
sad because sometimes you really think like
It
I
wasn't
wanna
even
help.
sad though,
Really?
which is kind of sad.
You got to that point.
It was just
Yeah.
like, no part of my life was affected by it afterwards. And it, like, that
definitely
really,
felt that way.
yeah,
literally just
it really
thinking,
just shows you, it's like, damn, like, you were
Definitely.
really just kind of like a lesson, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
That's how I be thinking about it, because like when it gets to a certain point, I feel like, you know, whether it be like a romantic relationship or like a friendship, like if it gets to the point, like you have to be like, are they adding something to my life or
Exactly.
not? Like, are they something positive or not?
Exactly.
Because if not, there's literally no purpose for it. So
no, you need to cut it out immediately.
Bullshit. I could talk about this all fucking day.
I know. I mean,
I'ma
we
write a
could
song
talk
about
a little
it.
bit though about like mental health and like
Yeah, most definitely. I wanted to
coping
touch on
mechanisms.
that.
Word. So, in regards to mental health, do you have like specific coping mechanisms that you use if something's not going your way, or like, you know, you're just going through it?
I was diagnosed with PTSD, so that comes with
Okay.
like an array of fun ass
Yes.
symptoms of like anxiety,
It do.
the manic depression episodes and stuff like that. So when I'm sad, I kind of just allow myself to be sad. Like, I notice over analyzing your thoughts does not help.
rationalizing,
Yeah,
yeah.
trying to rationalize them, it just causes more anxiety. It makes me frustrated because it's like, okay, I
Yes.
figured it out. Why the fuck don't I feel better? And it's like just allowing yourself to, like, you know what, let me just be easy with myself.
Yeah.
Like, surrendering basically is easy as it sounds. It is one of the hardest things to do. I'm working on my anger, and it's really funny, not to go back to our last conversation, but I realized I was getting a lot more irritable a lot quicker when that person was like, I was talking to them every day, not even like consciously making the connection of like, I'm a very calm person. I don't react quickly to things, or like I take time to like process situations, and I'm just like kind of snapping at shit that would never really affect me. And then it was like the day after I cut I snatched the mic off. Like, I'm getting for real now.
So imagine the day after I cut them off.
But no, like it's been like a week or whatever, but it's like I feel so light. And I'm like, yo, it's sad that it's like, damn, you were doing all that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even like consciously peeping it, but like it's a beautiful feeling now. And now it's like I'm back at a space where I feel like I can process my anger more.
Yeah.
That's great.
Getting back to just being mindful about what I'm being angry about and how I'm reacting to it.
Yeah.
Like you said, it is a lesson.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything happens for a reason.
Definitely.
Literally.
I'm still working on like magic trick coping mechanisms and stuff like that. Like I love to find things like that. Like when you're having an anxiety attack, you grab like something out the freezer, like an orange or something, and like hold it for as long as you can, because it makes you like, it basically forces your mind to it just thinks about how cold it is, or it's something it's like that.
It's a form of like grounding, basically. Like you say magic trick, like it's like tricking your mind into thinking like
it's like
something
a
else
sensory,
is like going on.
Exactly. Throws your sensory whatever off. My therapist described it so much better than how I'm describing like it, but it basically like, it's better. It does that. It calms you down, basically, like catches you from like overthinking, because it's kind of like when you touch something hot, whatever you were doing doesn't even matter. It's like, oh my fucking God. Shit. That's it now. So it's kind of like that, but it's more, obviously more intentional, because you're purposely holding this. I would say, like, if you're going to do something like that, do it before you're in the middle of a panic attack or whatever, because you will just fuck around and throw a frozen orange out the window. That's not helping anybody.
It's really not. It's like even like a stress ball is kind of like somewhat in the same like realm. At least like it's tricking your mind.
I used to fuck with those all podcasts for like a month straight. Like I would just be under the table like squishing it, bro. Like,
I also heard something about like whatever your tick is, like, so like I crack my fingers, or like I pick my lip, so it'll be like find a fidget toy or something like that that's like the equivalent of whatever you do.
I need that. I don't know why I don't. I have so many like ticks like that. It's like my fingers or like stuff like that. I'm like, why am I not?
Just be sitting here picking my face. I'm like, I'm gonna
all
peel
the time.
A tattoo off. I need to fucking stop. Like,
I don't need this tat no more.
I'm like crazy. Like I can't.
I'm dead.
Oh my goodness.
That's
but
funny.
It's I feel like I do well with it, because again, I'm very conscious with the things I do and the people I allow myself around. But that's also a big part of it. Just being mindful. Everything you do should have some intention behind it.
Absolutely.
Like,
intentional. For sure.
I'm very protective of me. Very.
How long have you been going to therapy for?
On and off since I was 15. Like 16, I think I want to say.
I feel you. I was 15 too. When I started going.
I think it was like 17. On and off since I was 17. I'm in the process of like finding a new therapist now, but you know, I like to. It's always a thing, but adulting is always a thing.
For
but
real.
I encourage everybody to go, even if you're in a good space right now.
I agree, 100%.
Like, just to have somebody to talk to and bounce like an unbiased. In experienced professional, to bounce your ideas or your thoughts or whatever off of, like, that's the person. When you have a thought like, hey, does this sound crazy? Don't text the group chat. Call your therapist.
Like, good fucking point.
Like, don't play with yourself like that, because I've seen too often people do shit like that, and 9 times out of 10 it was you were in a manic episode, and then an hour later you're back on the phone crying, talking about, oh my God, I shouldn't have I'm on the phone now. I gotta try to be nice. When I want to be like, well, what the fuck? But that just goes back to being mindful.
Definitely.
And
intentional.
I feel everybody should get a therapist, definitely.
And like that once a week, like if you do like once a week, that's like what I do. That interaction is so interesting too, because then you're like, it's really unbiased, because you're coming to them after a week. The week before usually was completely fucking different, and then you realize how fast you can go through things, and like how fast you could have
like,
reacted
hey,
about
remember
something.
I said that thing? Well, never mind.
My therapist be like, what now? Like, what is it now? I'm like, I don't know.
You just gotta be ready for the shenanigans.
Exactly.
Get on the phone and be like, hey, you ready this week? Just start briefing them like that.
That's literally what I do.
Hey,
I swear to God. I swear to God.
I'm gonna tell you the rundown. Watch.
Hey, guess what, right? So boom.
Right, so boom.
Definitely.
Crucial.
Definitely.
Y'all protect your mental health.
Protect yourself. It's bad guy season out here, and that's what it's all about.
So bad guy. Let's
talk
about it.
Perfect segue. I was literally just about to say, if I had an ad for, I'm not even gonna say the name, but a therapist company.
Bro, I literally almost said it.
Perfect segue.
I almost said it.
Shout out this one. I know
a lot of like holistic therapists and stuff, and doulas and stuff. I can send you guys a list if you want to really start like sponsoring.
Yeah.
Yes, please, and
like
thank
yesterday.
you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm in a group chat with some of the girls who frequent the Sound Lab, and it's literally like it's called Sound Lab Cousins. So cute. Oh. And we just send each other like inspirational, uplifting, motivational shit like all day, just memes, reels, gifts, just different shit, and it's so cute. It's like the I Am app with your cousins.
Oh, with your cousins.
It's so cute. It's so cute.
I love that.
We need some more girls up in here to have a group.
I'm like, we can start a group chat with every. I'll do it with every group of girls I know. Like the more, the merrier. That's just mad positivity.
No bullshit.
I love it.
That's what we need in the community.
We do.
Yeah.
But anyways, bad guy.
Yes.
Bad guy.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk
about what was the inspiration. What were you going through at the time writing that song, or even if you were freestyle. I don't know.
Yeah. No. I wrote it.
Yeah.
But no, it was one of those moments where you just been like down for so long and you feel like you've just been accepting and tolerating a lot of whatever the fuck you can get, and you have that moment where it's like, yo, I'm me. Like, what am I doing? Like waking up to yourself basically and deciding I come first, regardless of whatever this looks like to anybody. I need to make sure that I'm coming first so that I can be my best self for the people, for myself and for the people I care about. If that looks like me being the bad guy to anybody, then that's what it just gotta be. Ooh, like
I just love. I was about to say I love you. Yes, I
do. Like, but no, and I feel like it's everybody I was around was on that type of time. And so I'm like, it's again, you guys look like you feeling this. I'm like, this is it.
Like you have no idea.
Yeah.
So I feel you. That's
I'm glad
amazing.
it resonates so well.
Yeah. And as an artist, like I feel like I'm just like, bro, like you having that feedback, you're like, oh shit, like I did that.
I did it. I did it.
The exchange.
Yes.
It's very much so.
But yeah, me and my girls, we've been screaming it. Like it's bad guy season. Anytime we curve somebody, anytime we cut somebody off or decide, hey, you know what? Can't do this today. I'm going to get my nails done. Something like that. Obviously, we're still good people, but you get what I'm saying. We have moments of like, I've been doing a lot for y'all. Completely. I need to put me first. It's bad guy season. We activated. We outside this summer with that.
Yeah, don't be surprised if I
No, go.
Yeah, no cap. It's actually
everybody needs to say it. Everybody needs to be on that type of time. Like
I fuck with that though.
Yes,
for real.
yes.
Fuck with that.
More alignment right now. Like, what the fuck
Most
is
definitely
happening?
Like, I need to make you need to make sure you're good before anybody else.
Like, scream it.
Cause like all you got is you, no matter what. Like
at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, that just is how it is. And like you can't be there for people. Like say you want to be there for people, right? But you can't be there if you're not showing up for you.
I have nothing to give you. I'm literally, that's my all.
I'm literally scrambling for energy for myself. Like,
exactly. Like I need a nap. I need a nap.
Definitely not.
I need a Celsius. Like before I talk.
I told y'all how last night when one of my girls was like, "Oh my God, brunch today. What are you doing today?" And I was like, "Podcast interview." And then I got something else to do after. And she was like, "Brunch Monday," and I'm like, my body. I can't even tired. Think about that. Like I'm so tired right now. Exactly. Like, and I love what I do, but it's like I don't like always having to go. Like if it was like, oh, another photo shoot, another video shoot, then I'm at work. Yeah. But just give me some time. Bro, I need to recoup. I don't even like drinking right now.
Then you have like the no bullshit. Then you had like that mindset like, damn, even them asking me is a hassle. Like not even like necessarily a hassle. Now I gotta say no, or just like, well, you know,
let me look at XYZ and then she usually react like this if I say it like this. Yeah. Like, let me and no, because my girls watch my podcast, so I'm like, let me not sound like
no names. No,
I'm not talking shit, but I'm like, I feel like we all invite each other out, and I feel like it's the same thing for everybody. Like it is a moment of like, oh, I love you so much, girl, I cannot. And I'm not one who's big on explaining myself, and maybe that's like only child syndrome. So like, I'd be like, no, thank you. To be like, you know, if it was something you asked me to like invited me out to do, no, thank you. I'm in bed. Yeah. Like I don't have to. But now, like, I have like a female group of friends. Well, not a group, but it's like two women that I'm very close with, and we're building like a stronger knit bond. And it's like, okay, I really got to start working on just catering, being a
just
little
like me
more
for real.
mindful. You hear me like stuttering and like
No,
trying
but
to.
I feel you.
I'm like really because again like it's a lot of the time it was me and my brother who my best friend I call my brother. My other best friend is a male, so it's a lot of like.
Yes.
energy.
Yes. Absolutely.
And so now it's a shift, and they be like, "Well, what are you doing? Why can't you come?" And I'm like, "What do you mean why?
Why? What do you yeah.
Like why? Like what do you mean? I'm tired. I'm done. Like I did stuff already today. Like what do you mean?
Especially having like guy friends.
Literally.
Guy friends, they be like, "Yo, you want to? Yeah, literally. Yo, you up? No. All right, I'm gonna call you in a little bit."
Literally.
Yeah.
No bullshit. Yeah, I'm not trying to do that.
The girls be like, "What were you doing last night? Wow, well,
Yeah.
did you wake up earlier and then fall back to sleep?" Well, I got up at this time. I was gonna ask you if you wanted to.
It's like such an adjustment going from like having so many, and then having like actual like girlfriends.
Yes.
It's like, whoa, there's more like.
I have these same boundaries.
it.
I just need to learn how to like. Before the boundaries have never even thought to been like touched. Now it's like, okay, I'm not even like setting new ones, but you are at the same
like
time.
Enforcing.
Yeah, it's like, okay, hey, I usually don't get on the phone for calls until like 10.
Yeah.
If it's a meeting, please don't just call me.
If it's a meeting.
Please don't just call me. Like, sitting on the phone and just like kind of dilly-dallying. I'm like, I need to edit, and I'm like,
I need to go.
I don't know what kind of phone this is, by the way. I get clowned for doing this all the time.
But this is crazy.
Who does that?
I don't know, but I see
the new kids of this generation. Like,
I would at least do that.
That's better. That's fucking better.
Banging on him and put it away.
Right?
Like what type of fucking phone?
Flap.
No, literally.
Because this is a stack of money.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
that's what I'm doing.
Stack of money.
I'm up here with it.
I'm up.
Exactly.
Like what?
Nah,
What are you talking
I
about?
don't like the new kid. Yo, and I was talking to somebody one time, and I respectfully I got clowned because of how I hang up this phone. And so that's how it should be. I said click. And like,
What a flick of the wrist.
And they was like, what the fuck? What's that supposed to be? And I was like, I banged on it. What do you mean? And I'm done. Like, I put it away.
Put it in my back pocket. I'm
done. Like, it's like.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, but to summarize the bad guy, like again, being selfish with yourself.
I'm like, how did we even get here?
I have no idea. No, we're vibing. Like I love this. I love it. I love like conversation style, like interviews. Yeah, it was like I'm here with the girls right now.
With the girls.
We talking.
Period.
What are you talking about?
But yeah, I need y'all to be screaming that.
Once you started explaining the background of it, I was like,
Exactly. I'm like, wait till you guys see the merch. And
I can't
we have
wait.
a visualizer, like a lyric video dropping very soon.
Word.
So like, yeah. By the time this comes out, it'll probably be out.
Yeah, because this will be out in like 2 weeks, I think.
Ooh,
that might be the
it's
perfect.
Gonna be like perfect timing.
I love it. Right now is line.
I love the rollout for people, like giving people a good rollout that they deserve.
Like this is perfect.
Amazing.
And you guys are part of obviously the campaign anyway. So just the fact, like because I do rollout campaigns. So this is part of like press run.
Yeah.
So the fact that we were actually able to do this, like again, perfect timing. But now that I'm dropping the visualize, because it was like a random thing I found out I could do. So I didn't want to do it unless I could get it done a certain way. I figured out how to do it, and we're gonna drop it very soon. And I'm like, the line, it's just even more perfect.
That's so amazing.
Yeah. And I heard you guys talking about, I'm not gonna say no names, I heard you guys talking about editing somebody else's, it's another female artist.
Yes.
And I know she just did some crazy dope shit. She had her album release party last night. Devo, I think, DJ'd that too. Like, it was a crazy turnout. I'm so proud of her. Like, she's one of my favorite upcoming artists from out here. And so the fact that that's coming out, I don't know if y'all planned that or not, but that timing is just
like,
beautiful.
yeah,
Bro, we did.
That timing is
like,
amazing.
We tried to figure it out because either which one, it would have been like, all right, if she don't want to do it that time, then we'd probably put yours first and edit yours first. But then like she was like, yeah, I want to do it. The girls like, and then you want to.
It's literally like the day before the thing, you know.
Yeah, the thing, no bullshit.
Yeah, the thing.
Actually, it'll be out, so like it doesn't even matter. But still,
no bullshit.
No,
it'll be out by now.
That's beautiful. You guys got it.
Thank you.
Guys got it.
The summer is coming.
I know.
We're planning an event too.
You say you're planning an event?
It's me and my girl Kaya. We're planning an event. I love the unison. Word.
Bro, we always.
I'm not gonna say nothing else because we're still getting details together. I don't like to make empty promises, but We're gonna be lit. And
I feel you too.
We're looking
because
for.
I'm planning an event too.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. We're gonna talk.
We gonna talk.
Cut the cameras.
Yeah. No.
For real.
Chill. I need that.
Okay.
Talk with the girls.
This is lit though.
But I wanted to ask, kind of a random question, but what is I feel like you do so much. I don't know if you have a team or people that you work closely business-wise, but how important is it for you to have a team?
Because I don't have a large team, it is very important, but I'm also I'm in like a weird position where I can do a lot, not weird, but I can do almost everything that I want to do. Like that I like, and it's at the level, the quality that I want to do it at. My struggle is finding people who, cause honestly, we were talking about this before we started filming. And a lot of times I will reach out and I try to like make actual connections with people so that like I can have less on my plate. But it always ends up being more management on my end because it always gets to a point where it's like, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
I will just fucking do it myself. And I have done like 3 things this week that supposed to be done. Was like, I was supposed to be able to reach out to somebody and get this done. And it was like, I will literally just fucking do it because you're wasting my time. You're wasting the other person involved's time. I'm not giving you money for it. Yeah. Because what the hell is that?
It's not the vision.
It's not the vision at all. So, yeah, I find myself doing that. But I do have, like, a videographer. My girls pop out, and they pop out. So the support is, like, unmatched, like, emotional and just with little things like making sure you look good and you're getting like pictures beforehand, people to remind you of stuff like that, to keep like going out of their way to make sure like, yo, you got to post later, you want me to go live for you, da da da. These are just my friends, like just because they love me and they believe in me. And then I have my people at the Sound Lab, like I told you. Me and all the girls in the group chat, we might not all talk every single day, like individually, but when we see each other, it's love. When we go out, we see each other, we're passing blunts, we're sharing bottles, we're rapping with each other. It's love, you feel me? So I have that team. I want to shout out like Nicole Erds. She's amazing. She's one of them people, like anything you need, you just go to her. And if she doesn't know herself, she knows at least 10 people who know, and she'll be able to get you in contact with all of them. So it's people like her and Mello and just the whole Sound Lab in general. Like I've literally got my start there. So the fact that I can come there and I'm like, hey, I need help with XYZ, and it's like, when do you want to get it done? Like it's just like that. It's beautiful to have those connections.
That's amazing.
And I'm somebody, I'll make connections everywhere I go. Yes. I like to build lasting relationships with like people like you. And like I was talking about Dallas Rose earlier. Like I be at his house recording. I shouldn't say just be at his house, but like, like you get what I'm saying? Like you're definitely comfortable with somebody. And like I have relationships like this with a lot of CEOs around here. That's and fire. Studio people who own studios and event spaces, and so having those like that wide variety of connections, it makes it like I have a team everywhere basically. I have no problem reaching out in any circle I'm in and getting that support. So obviously I would love like my own traveling glam squad and we are working on dancers and stuff like that, but I let stuff like that come, like as long as everything's getting done and I'm not like drowning, because again I do have people that they're not specifically my team, but people that support me and I trust. That's important. That's a long-winded, I'm kind of sorry, like kind of answer, but
that's a good answer, because it is like a little bit like not a traditional
it's tribe, like
need to
exactly. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, like in my captions and stuff, I'll call like my followers, my audience, like tribe, like because that's literally like every person who shares something. I've had a fan just send me just artwork that they made digitally, and I actually ended up using it like in a visual for something. Like this is all I'm indie, like all of this helps. Yo, everybody's a team member. Like if you fuck with me and you genuinely like you see me and you're like, she's just bound to blow up, you're part of the team. You're part of my team. You feel me? Like even a cheerleader is part of the team. Yeah. Like I need all the love.
That's a good way to look at it. Right? I fuck with that. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about your collaboration with Audiomack.
Yeah. So yeah.
How'd that come to be? What's it like? Like, what have you like kind of done?
So it's really funny that you asked like that. I feel like a couple of people think that like I actually collaborated with Audiomack. Didn't. I just put my song on Audiomack.
Okay.
So I've just never been on Audiomack.
Okay.
But I love the fact that it looked like it was like a whole thing.
Like, official. Okay.
No, not at all. I was just it's like, I mean, I'm officially on there, but it's just another platform. Thank you. It's another platform. It's free. Just to give people more options of listening to my song. Like, again, it's gonna be coming out on YouTube soon with the visualizer, lyric video and stuff. So I'm just giving the people what they want, basically.
Okay.
I somebody's manager I trust suggests. I can't even remember. I don't know how I remember somebody's manager, but I don't remember who it was, and I don't remember if it was like an in-person conversation or what. But I remember asking like, "Is Audiomack worth getting on?" And it was just like, "Yes," period. And I was like, well, you said it, so it just does not hurt any to put my music on there. So, yeah, that's what that was. Kind of underwhelming, but, I mean, as an artist, get on that if you haven't, because it's just another streaming platform.
That could never hurt you.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
You're just getting on more shit.
Exactly.
But I also wanted to talk about your kind of aesthetic, you know? Because I see a lot of color.
Yeah.
A lot of color on your Instagram feed. That just look like a magazine. You post it up.
Thank you.
I love it. So talk a little bit about like your style and how it affects your music and kind of where you get inspiration from and things like that.
Most definitely. Excuse me. So I'm trying to figure out where to start. It's basically just like whatever kind of I'm feeling right now. Because it's funny how Bad Guy season, what I've been wearing out into like shows and stuff don't really reflect a lot on the cover art. Like it's very Cruella de Vil-esque on the cover art. And then I've been like, you see me in the pastels and the pinks and stuff like that. I'm very much in the season right now, but it's like, I feel like, again, it's a juxtaposition almost because I'm like, we're stepping into bad guy season, but it's soft girl season. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yes,
it's one and the same. So it just depends on how I'm feeling. I love fashion. So people like Rihanna, Tiana Taylor, just the biggest miss put that shit on.
Right.
Like, oh my God, just eating every time. They definitely inspire me. I love like shapes and testing different things. So like seeing how far I can go with blending colors. Yeah. Like that, it's satisfying to me when I can put like a green and a red together and I'm like, oh, we're eating. Like
I feel that.
We did it. Like that's it. I love playing with fabrics and shapes and stuff like that. And I think because I'm thin, like it's more like it's easier for me to just like find shit, play with it. I can just do whatever. So I have a lot of fun. Like I'm very artsy too, like collages and shit. So I feel like it's just a larger scale of that. But yeah, women like Grace, well, I don't know how they identified, but Grace Jones, huge inspiration. Like just, again, anybody who pushes the bounds and just makes it look effortless. Like I love shit like that. So I'm always just like, just pushing myself basically. But I love shit that you would see like nobody else has. Nobody would think to wear it. I love shit like that.
That flower thing, with the mad flowers.
Yo, thank you.
That was like one of the first times I saw like you on my feed, like surprisingly, because this was like
great first impression.
Bro, I was like,
I
was like, I'm gonna go to her page.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she really does this. Okay.
No, thank you. Another shout out to Nicole Ertz, and the designer for that her name is Nicki, and she's a designer, and they just hit me up and was like, hey, we want to put you in something. And so I went to Shoot Your Shot. It's like an open photo shoot thing that they do like once a month or every like change of the season or whatever. And I went, shot my own pictures, had some of my girls with me. We got some cute pictures, and then I went upstairs and changed, and we took those, and it was like I should be on the cover of Macy's or some shit.
Like,
it was like, and shout out to Jack Andrade and Mello Vier for shooting those.
Yeah, shout out them.
Yes, amazing photographers.
Yeah,
like,
that was dope.
They just had me bouncing from different rooms, and it was just different photographers. I'm like, okay,
That's
like it's how we doing it then. It was dope though.
That's fire.
Do you feel like you've like had this I mean, I guess like aesthetic is a weird word when I every time I like think about it, because it's like you're just doing you.
Yeah.
No, but do you feel like you've always had that kind of like, I guess more like alt type of style?
Definitely. I just recently went through like a rebranding and like the whole brand, obviously. And I feel like that helped me to like, I don't like the word narrow.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm literally genreless. Like I love the word, like it's an infinite vibe, but it definitely helped me to like figure out like, okay, who am I catering to? Like, what does my audience look like? And by just embracing it, like I don't, in my bio, I think it says like alt girl mascot or like something like that. And it's I should probably memorize it, but we're still working on taglines and stuff. But that's basically the energy, like just embracing alternative. Just whatever makes you alternative. Just go crazy with that. Be that 110%. And whatever I'm wearing or whatever I'm promoting, it's gonna be the wildest like you've ever seen it done. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm pushing the boundaries, or that's my goal. Like to push the boundaries.
You stole the words out of my mouth. I was like, is that your goal?
Yeah, that's the goal. Like I love the shock factor. That's like one of the most satisfying things in life. To me, is like showing somebody something and they're like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
it's the best.
Yeah. So like when I started rapping, that was usually that would be the reaction I get when people heard my voice or what I was rapping about. And I literally became obsessed with it. I'm like, okay, I need this reaction every single time.
I want to upkeep
I
this.
open my mouth. And or anytime somebody sees what I'm doing, it needs to be on some like, how did she do this? That's where I'm going. That's the bar. Yeah. Thank you.
I fuck with that.
Thank you.
That's dope.
Thank you.
And I feel like it takes a certain type of, not a certain type of person, but a certain level of like understanding yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like to reach that point.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Just fearlessness. Because like I will get ready like this, and then like a friend of mine, I'll be in the car with a friend of mine, another friend will, like a mutual friend will call and be like, bro, I just love how you just go outside. Like you don't think about, like you wear the pink and you da-da-da, like the wigs and shit. Like how do you just feel comfortable doing that? And I'm like, I literally don't think about it. Yeah. If I pulled this wig off and y'all seen what my hair looked like under this, you'd be like, oh my God, this bitch does not love herself. It's been like, I do. Oh, trust I do. But it's like, when I don't like doing my hair. But I take care of my shit. But it's like, this is to me is easier. I love how I look. I'm not thinking about anybody else. Like if I go somewhere and I feel weird, like I'm not being accepted, I don't need to be there. Shame on them. That's not my business. Literally how I view it. It has nothing to do with me. I'm going to go where I'm appreciated, where I'm comfortable, and move on with my life. Like, I don't care. So
Good shit.
Whatever you feel comfortable in. People don't take time to learn what they actually like because they're so worried about trying to deter from what they think other people don't like, and it's like, fuck them.
This podcast gonna be on repeat. Just had to say that. But number 2, I'm curious, have you always had that mindset, or do you think there was something that like made you feel that way? Whether it be like, I feel like it's more of like a spirituality kicks in for people sometimes. It could have a play in it, but it looks like you just
because I'm thinking about, I'll praise to my mother and the Most High, because it's funny you asked that. I'm having like a realization of like, because obviously I feel like everybody should or has hopefully gone through a spiritual like awakening at some point, to some degree, but I've always been like this. And the question just brought me back to some of my earliest memories. I was never scared to get up in front of the whole family and sing or dance. I loved it. I'd be like, oh well, we on stage now, like it's my time to shine, cousins, I gotta go, like they want the Beyonce of the family, I gotta go show y'all how it's done. Like I was always like that. I remember like when I first started going to school in Boston, and my mother, we were going shopping like every week, just like spoiled, and my jewelry would be it was always had to be neon stuff. Like it was all of it had to be neon. My backpack, my
especially
room.
that era.
Yes,
Like,
we're growing up in like telephone era, like with Lady Gaga but like Lady Gaga, Beyonce are collabing, and Nicki Minaj is out with Super Bass and shit. Like it. What a time!
Carrying.
Like we're talking
You're giving Friday, like you are giving Friday.
Oh, Nicki is a huge, like, most definitely. Her character, and not to segue, but like her character, like she was another one after I've already been rapping or like getting into being more comfortable with accepting, like, this is really what I want to do. Yeah. And I'm seeing Nicki and I'm like, oh, yo, wildin'. Yo, I want to do all that. Like, I want to do, like, you are wildin'. Like, she's having so much fun with it. And I'm like, this is literally why I want to do this. Like, I'm creating universes. Like, I'm creating vibes. I'm creating genres. And we're going all out with it. But yeah, what was the question though? I'm sorry.
Have you always been like this? But you
My mother just always instilled that, like, it's never even been a thought. Yeah. Like even when I used to get like made fun of or whatever, it was just kind of obviously I was young, so it affects you. But the mindset was I need to get away from these people. Yeah. It wasn't like, oh, there's something wrong with me. It was like, you guys need to grow the fuck up.
Something wrong with y'all.
Yeah, literally. And my mother, you want to get neon earrings? That's what the fuck? You really like these? We're gonna let you go through this phase until I'm in my neutrals now. My neutrals and pastels now and like shit. But like she always encouraged as long as I showed a genuine interest and some like dedication, like really efforts behind it, she supported everything.
That's so dope.
As long as I wasn't hurting nobody.
No bullshit.
Yeah.
As long as it don't hurt nobody.
Yep.
That's the thing. Who's some of your inspirations or like favorite artists or even just people in general?
Yeah. Again, I'm trying to think of like earliest to now. Yeah. But so I was Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, Tupac, Tiana Taylor, Rihanna, Busta Rhymes,
Nicki
Minaj. Thank you so much. And I feel like it's such a given. It's one of them things like it's like when somebody asks you your name and all of a sudden it's like, which one?
Exactly.
Like, how should I don't know.
No bullshit.
But yeah, Stevie Wonder. Ooh, as of like newer artists, Schoolboy Q.
Really?
Yes.
That's an interesting one. I fuck with Schoolboy Q. I feel like nobody really talks about him.
Schoolboy Q.
He's fire as fuck.
He's fire. Like
he's been fire.
Like I feel like because he's not trying to be a rapper. Like he lets you know in every song, I'm not one of y'all. Like
literally,
don't play with me. Niggas be like, all right, fine. Like, but no, I would love to collab with any of these artists. K Tronada.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm
doing his thing, bro. Him and Amine.
Yes, I still need to listen to it.
I haven't listened to it.
I still need to listen to it.
I heard it's fire though.
I haven't like locked in.
I've been seeing on Twitter. I haven't listened to a lot of Amine, but I need to listen to that now because it's K Tronada. Like that's insane. But those are my biggest inspirations. Yeah,
that's fire.
Off top, Kendrick.
Oh yeah, Kendrick. Kendrick's another one. I feel like most people are like, definitely Kendrick.
Yeah.
But you don't even.
I don't like sounding cliche, but you kind of can't.
Nah,
like
Kendrick
he's inspired. I was about to say like you can't not say him. Like the acting and like, he's another one like pushing the bounds like Nicki, the characters and just how you construct a song, creating genres and just some shit where it's like I have never heard this before and I can't stop listening to it now. Like that's everything.
And they really do fly over your head because it's just a given.
It's a given. I'm
like I don't even have to explain this. Y'all know. I'll just say the name and y'all just know.
Look at it. Look at it.
You can see for yourself.
Like what?
You didn't peep that?
Like bro, it's really funny though. She didn't inspire a lot of my aesthetic at all. It was really just like stage presence and stuff. Yeah. The aesthetic, and I can understand it because I'm definitely in my pink era. I will shout her out, but it's definitely just like. Pink. Yeah. Like, Doechi, too. Doechi.
I love Doechi.
Yes. She's so huge inspiration right now. Like, I love her.
Yeah. You like Rico?
I do like Rico. I don't listen to a lot of her music, just because I don't listen to a lot of, like, rage now. But she's an amazing artist. Like, her hustle is crazy. What was I going to say? I get compared to her a lot too. And I feel like it's funny because it's like if people actually listen to my music or talk to me for a second, like people will just walk up and be like, oh, you ever been told you like kind of give off Rico Nasty vibes to look like her? And I'm like, I don't look like her at all. We don't look like each other at all. She's a gorgeous woman, but we don't even look like cousins. I'm like, I feel like it's really just the aesthetic.
Literally. Because I could see aesthetic wise, like why someone would say that, but like,
but then to be like, oh, you kind of like you give off her vibes. I'm like, I don't. My music don't sound like we don't make nearly the same type of music.
Yeah.
Doja Cat as well. I'm sorry, as far as like influences. Her pen is. She had me like. I love back.
So how do you feel about her recent scandal shit saying?
Scandal's a funny word.
I know scandal. I haven't used that word in that long, but saying she had like her old music was like a cash grab, and now she's finally coming out with some shit that she actually wants to do.
People were mad at it, but as an artist, I get where she was coming from. I feel like it was obviously it's still her. Like, it was still authentic music, but she was making it to appease to her label at the time. Like, it was music, okay, like, and that just shows you, like, it's effortless to her. Yeah. I feel like people were mad because they were like, nah, you put your heart and soul into this. She's like, I really didn't. Like, imagine if I'm really making some shit where I'm all in with this. Like, I love it. Every part of it. I'm pouring my heart into it. Yeah. She's like, wait till y'all hear this. And everybody was just like, what do you mean? Like, it was... No, y'all still love the track. She's just saying, like, she made those for... And not for nothing, Beyonce said the same thing. She said this is the most fun she's ever had on an album. Oh, my God, I forgot to say Beyonce.
Yeah, I was literally thinking that when I said
like,
Nicki and...
I feel like we can go over biggest after, but because there's a lot. Like I take from everybody's like best, all those people's best. But Beyonce even said like this is the most fun she's ever had on an album because this is like the most freedom she's had with her music and with performing and stuff. So it's like that doesn't mean Lemonade sucks. It just means she's in a different bag right now. Like she's enjoying herself. She's actually it's less business now. It's more just artistry, and people don't understand like. Being a business all the fucking time is exhausting. Like, yeah, I want to just sit and write sometimes. Like, I want to just sit and write a lot of times.
That reminds me of, I don't know exactly what it reminds me of. Fuck, I like lost my train of thought. But there was an artist who said something like, basically talking about how the music people put out, like you put out music, right? Okay, I'll use Tyler as an example. So puts out his albums, and then there's people out here, they're like, Tyler, make some shit like Wolf again. Like, and he's like, you can, it's right there.
Go listen to Wolf.
Listen to it. The exact thing you want is there.
It's
and
right
like,
there.
And fans like really, I think the thing like nowadays is fans like feel really entitled to an artist's artistry, but like it's their artistry. Like obviously people want to cater to their fans to some capacity, but like they're making this for them, and like you don't have to like it, but if you already have a fan base, then you're obviously gonna have people like your art is your art. It's not the fans.
Exactly. You're gonna have your core fans who are gonna like understand you. So anything you put out, it might be like a surprise, but it's always gonna be like, bro, I see where they were coming from. I can literally feel where this artist was coming from.
Yeah.
And with even that perspective in mind, motherfuckers just keeping a buck with you.
Exactly.
Yeah. At least you're being honest.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I love how you said people get very entitled, because I actually have there's like a bar in one of my songs, and it's like, they're telling me I should rap. Nah, bitch, like you should sing. I'm about to go like roll a spliff and lead a scene like type shit. Because it's like, anything I do, like I give you A, you want B. I give you B, you want A. I give you A and B, and you're like, yo, try something different. Yeah. Like, can you dance? No, it's like,
we need more from you. Give us more.
Do a headstand and chew gum now. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, can I create? Yeah. Let me create. You can decide. I have a catalog. Let me build a catalog. You go decide what you like to listen to.
Exactly.
If you don't like the artist, don't listen to the artist. And it's funny when a listener will find one song and then be like, oh, everything else should sound like this. You just got here.
Back it the fuck up.
Listen to this one song. Thank you. Back it all the way the fuck up. You listen to this one song. If this is the one song you like, and take your funky ass over to somebody else's playlist and listen to somebody else's shit. Or put that in a playlist and then listen to all your favorite music that you curated.
Listen to it 24 hours.
Start making music. And tell me how the fuck that goes. Out rap me. out rap me. Like,
let's go bar for bar.
Let's go bar for bar. Let's go
like,
toe-to-toe.
let me see some. Like, I love how you worded that because it really is entitlement.
Yeah.
But you literally have to just say fuck them and stick to what you're doing. Just stick to what you're doing. You're your only competition, and you should be.
Period.
Yeah. Per.
On that note, do you have any upcoming projects or collabs that you want to spill some tea on?
Collabs. I just did a recent collab with iFlow. That shit been going crazy. So I want to shout that out. It's got Charged Up with iFlow. Collaborations, right? I don't know if it's a secret or not. All I'm gonna say is Shane Dillon.
Okay.
We got a lot of shit going on right now.
Word.
I feel like I'm on like a lot of his tracks. I just be popping up to record. Literally, he's like, oh, this song, and then I record my own stuff. So I'm on a couple of songs. I know we got some stuff in the works. So I'll say Shane Dillon. And that's like an umbrella of other artists I might be collabing with too, just under his whatever he's doing. But I'm really excited about that because he usually gets me in my more like jazzy, like singing alternative vibes. So I'm excited. I have another song coming out. It's like an extension of Bad Guy Season. Okay. So yeah, same type of, same energy we coming with, different sound, obviously different. Well, not different sound, but obviously different song.
Yeah.
But
same vibe.
Yeah. We got the visualizer coming out. We got some merch coming out that we're working on.
Merch is exciting.
Very exciting. Very excited. Like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And the way everything just like is aligned and all the branding is just like, chef's kiss. I can't wait to share it with you guys.
I can't wait either.
Yes. Projects right now, I'm still loving on the Rich EP right now. So make sure you guys go stream that if you haven't, or just do it again. But right now I'm like nursing Bad Guy and we're preparing for the next baby right now. Like very excited.
I love that. I love that.
Feel like Rihanna right now. Literally.
And one on the way.
Yeah, one on the way. Like, we outside with it. Like, but no, it's a really exciting time. I'm really excited for the pace everything's going and where everything's going, and like, I can't wait to share it with you guys. Right. Like genuinely, I'm excited.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Love that.
Completely different note. This is my favorite fucking question I ask everybody is pet peeves.
Oh my God, I love this question.
In today's society.
Yeah. Heavy on the...
Whoa. Oh, I thought you just like dropped something.
What was I going to say? Let me think. Because I'm trying not to sound like a bitch who got a lot, but...
Take your time. Say as many as you want.
No bullshit. Just ramble.
Chewing loud.
Right.
That has to be number one.
I said that.
I cannot. It drives me, like, I should not be able to hear what's in your mouth. Snoring. I feel like a horrible person when I say that because it's involuntary, but it drives.
Do that shit by yourself.
I turn into a violent person. I don't get violent, but like it'll have me standing over somebody like I'm gonna.
Trust me, I'm
gonna have to call the police on myself before I do this. Like, but no. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think people who can't take accountability, but is that a pet peeve or more just like the people that stay away from like a red flag?
That's definitely a pet peeve.
Okay. That shit people do when they're trying to like clear their throat. Chill. I hate that noise. Oh my God. I will literally walk away from you mid-conversation. Like you will be sitting there wondering why I just walked away.
You seen that thing of Blueface and he was like, bro, this bitch makes me so mad. She makes me like itch the back of my throat.
Yeah.
And he did like some shit like that.
That's something you would do to somebody you hate. Like you would do that. You would.
It's like if you did that to me, I would make me hate you.
Like, when somebody speaks another language and you, instead of like trying to translate, you just start speaking louder.
True.
The person just speaks louder and slower.
True.
I wanna put hands on people when they do that.
Louder and slower.
Oh, like when people are trying to understand somebody else speaking, like
they're trying to get them to understand. Yeah, and it's like, where is you? It's like, bro, that's wow.
Yeah. My name,
ignorant.
Maddie.
Yeah,
Maddie.
Like
they're like
looking at you like I don't. You're doing
what would that do?
What are you doing? Draw a picture. But
Talking about charades, bro.
People who cry about everything. That might be a red flag, but like, yeah, we were talking about that too. Get it, figure it out. Like straight, like it's out cold as fuck. Figure it the fuck out. Like
you can cry like
nobody's
by yourself,
gonna,
bro. But like, if
I mean, you can even come cry on me once.
Yeah, but if once
like,
is key.
You feel me?
Because if everything is just like, I don't know, I feel like people who do that, they just be making themselves the victim usually.
Exactly.
If it's like everything.
Exactly.
You
exactly.
gotta persevere.
Everything. Yeah. But no, we're outside with it. Again, it's bad guy season. Yeah, we're putting ourselves first. We're not even looking at people who act like that.
Hell no.
We up here. The bar's up here.
All the way
It's
up.
a new bar.
What about some things that you fuck with in today's society? It could be also like just the culture around Boston or
I like the come up, the more the collaborative energy in the scene right now. And in the larger, like the industry, it just seems more like people are actually putting more effort into helping each other out. Artist development is like coming back into style and shit like that, which is sad it ever left. But yeah, I like how, I'm gonna sound like an auntie, but like social media, basically, like how you can just go on and be inspired right then and there, or just like see something that somebody's been working on and just be like in awe every hour if you choose to be, or as often as you choose to be, based off of social media. Like I follow some dope ass people, and the fact that I just have like, it's just readily accessible for me to just go see some of the dopest shit that I've ever seen, whether it be like editing or a set for a photo shoot or something like that. I just love having that at my fingertips because it just keeps me inspired.
Yeah.
Free knowledge, free inspiration.
Yeah.
For real.
Oh, I love how TikTok just tells you what the nearest restaurant is.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Like you literally just go on TikTok and you type in like like restaurants in Norwood, and it'll be like.
That's
and it would
so
be
fucking
like,
smart.
Yeah.
Smart. I'd be looking on maps like a fucking degenerate,
we do that though,
bro.
like when we go away.
Yeah.
Like
I started doing that out here because I was like, hey. I started finding mad gems in Boston that I would have never known about.
10 spots you never heard of.
Exactly. Exactly.
No bullshit.
But yeah, again, I love to eat, so we'd be outside.
Oh yeah.
But I was kind of sad. I had like pet peeves that's ready. There's a lot of shit I love, but
that's how it is. I feel like
I'm not a huge fan of trends. So like I know how to manipulate them, but
I'm not a huge fan of trends.
I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather do my own thing.
I know.
Just like do good.
Yeah.
Love me for doing my own thing, but yeah.
That's what makes people like put you outside of like or you put yourself outside of the box, you know, when you do that, because like trends are, you can't escape them.
Yeah.
Like you can like yourself can like get past it, but like there is literally always gonna be trends.
You just need to. You cannot ride a trend. Like you you need to again learn how to use it to your advantage.
Yes.
And get back to you.
Get back to it and make sure you're still staying authentic with it. Like
no cap.
But yeah, most definitely. There's a lot of gems been dropped.
There's been a lot. Like
wow.
A lot.
You guys are dope. I'm like, we're gonna just chit chat.
We're gonna be just chilling.
We're gonna be chilling. Like, oh my god, we can go for drinks or something.
No
like,
bullshit.
Yo, shit.
Yeah, I'm down.
No bullshit, bro.
Say the word.
Yes.
That's why I love TikToks.
I love TikToks.
I love TikToks like this.
Yes, me too.
I love times like this. I love podcasts like this because
me too.
Like you were talking about those lasting connections. That's the most important
Speaking
thing
of,
to
I
us.
just want to shout out because he's gonna watch this in real time. I want to shout out my friend who been outside waiting for me because I just I'm trying to get in a little thing and I hate having my phone out, but I'm trying to get a little thing and I'm like, are you okay? Do you need water? He's like, I'm just watching videos and I'm like, because if you hated me right now,
he can come in.
We're shooting.
Yeah, no, but like in the lobby.
No, I know, but it's
cool.
like it's
cool.
just easier.
That's fair.
But no, I just want to shout out again my people because they're so supportive. Because again, I'm like, if you hated me and was like, all right, I'm gonna just get you like an Uber or something, I'd be like, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, like, that's fair.
No, it's love. So like, keep like you guys were saying to piggyback off that, keep people around each other. Keep people around each other. Keep people around you who support you and genuinely love you. Like, if I decided to stop rapping tomorrow, all the people in my life would be in my life and love me the same, and that's what matters. I'm like, that's the team. Bullshit. Like, fuck, y'all's two's vibe is amazing. I don't know how long you guys have known each other, but like, this is beautiful. Thank you so much. Radiating, no bullshit. Like, you're beaming.
I know we do. We do. Love Yeah, thank you. But you too.
I know, for real.
Specific people to accept that vibe too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when you meet an NPC and it's just like, oh,
you're
going here with the conversation, and that's literally all I can go. Yeah.
There's no more.
That's it.
No more to the convo. Okay.
I'd be like, that's it.
Yeah.
Damn, that's it.
Yeah, no bullshit. No bullshit.
Like,
again. I just looked back. Remember
that's crazy.
There's one.
That's beautiful.
What the fuck? And it was just 555 at the same time.
That's beautiful.
It was just 555. That's crazy.
I'm so excited because again, I'm like, I don't know what it means. I'm just getting more and more excited every time I see it because it's been
so much
so
today.
often.
It's fucking crazy.
I'm loving it.
I just take it as angels around you.
Yeah, we're just like constantly being divinely guided.
Yeah,
we're entering a new season on the right path, around the right people, with the right mindsets.
Things are falling into place.
Yes,
they really are.
Yes.
Good energy.
Yes, and if you thought Bad Guy season didn't apply to you, it does. Step your cookies up before you get cut off. Step your cookies up before you get cut off. Because we outside this summer. As Kyle would say, young, fine, and turn. We outside this summer.
Yeah, I love that. That's real.
Yes.
That's real. Thank you. They needed
that.
They did.
Like, it's about you.
Oh, I had this question. It's kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to word it correctly, but it was about, like, your artwork. So do you see everything you do, like, art-wise? Like, do you see it all as parts of one whole, or are they kind of, like, separate entities, if that makes any sense?
It's like, I like to see it as the Marvel verse. So like,
okay,
yeah.
Wait,
so
did
like,
you say the Marvel verse?
Is that how you say it?
Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah,
the verse.
Marvel.
That's not how you say it.
Marvel?
Marvel.
Like you're talking about like the superhero?
Yeah.
Marvel.
It's Marvel verse.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was just making sure because we talked about that the last podcast.
I said that mad confidently and it didn't roll off.
No, but I think it's right.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Marvel verse.
Yeah.
Marvel verse. Yeah.
I see everything. Like I just recently, again with the rebranding and everything, like just got more intentional with like, what are we creating instead of just like what are we putting out. Back in what we're putting out, like what are we creating to like have listeners immerse themselves in. So again, just recently with the rebranding, I'm making that more intentional. I feel like all of my music is like that because it's like a vibe of everything, but it's all, it makes sense coming from me. Now it just makes more sense. Like it's just more on brand. You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
it's like
definitely.
it's just better branding. But the goal is to have like different worlds, but they all make sense. They all tie in. Different universes. You can go here for this vibe, here for this vibe, here for this vibe, but they all connect and make sense in some way.
I love that
Like,
comparison.
I know,
That's
I wanna
actually
start, like,
fucking dope.
Thank you.
That's dope.
Thank you.
way
I want to start
to
playing
put it.
with like bars in certain songs and like making them connect to like bars in different songs, and then like doing shit with my audience, my listeners, like competitions and shit, like how to, which song to do, like connects
God, I
to.
love that.
Yeah, like I probably just gave out some free songs, but you know what? Hey, if you do it better than me, then go ahead.
Yeah, you're right.
Go ahead, that shit. But yeah,
Do you fuck with Tyler the Creator at
I
all?
love Tyler.
Yeah,
Because literally all I could think about was
It's
Tyler.
literally-
Like early Tyler. Like he ties shit in now, but like before.
Yeah, Yonkers. I was a fan of. I remember sitting in front of my computer and I was
watching that
like,
video.
he shouldn't be allowed to do this shit. This is the
Literally.
hardest shit I've ever
I was
seen.
like, Mom, and she was like,
It was either like, oh my God, he ate the cockroach. It was like, he ate the cockroach. I'm like, he ate the cockroach. Like, bro, he ate it. Literally sitting there just like, bro.
And motherfuckers looking at the probably
Oh
looking
my
at
God, he's crazy. I listened to Tyler during when Yonkers came out. I was listening to Paramore when Misery Business came out. I listened to Hobson. I listened to
oh my God, I forgot about Hobson.
I'm trying to think Nickelback. I listened to like, bro, what? Like everything. I listen to folk music now to this day. Like I love music, all music. Like as long as
Country
it's
music?
good. There are.
You can fuck with some country?
I can funk with some country music.
Okay.
There's a really young. He's like 16. I found on Twitter recently, just scrolling through, and I can't even describe his voice. It's like I'm gonna have to send it to y'all after.
Word.
Honestly, it's insane. And he's only 16. His name's like something Khan, and he's from like deep down south Mississippi. Something. his voice is insane, and I'm just literally just playing it on a loop. And I was like, fuck, I need to find this. So I went on YouTube, and I'm just like saved it on my playlist. I'm like, and it was he's literally just playing the guitar in the woods. Wow. Very acoustic. But I grew up listening to like Ray Charles and stuff like that too. So Muddy Waters and shit. So it's like as long as it's good music, I'm vibing. That's cool. As long as it's vibey, I'm vibing.
As long as they're vibing, I'm vibing.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's crazy because I just want to keep going. Like, I'm not ready to ask the last question.
I know.
But I kind of want to ask, like, I feel like we talked a little bit about like coping and stuff already, right? But I kind of want to ask like something about like pressure. Like if you feel any, like, how do you deal with like pressure that you put on yourself, or maybe that other people put on yourself, and like any struggles that you've endured?
I don't let other people put pressure on me.
I was gonna say
I didn't have a fear.
If it's funny, I had to tell somebody, like, not to throw shade, but I feel like this is something people should get used to doing. I'm working on a project with somebody, and they were like, we have a set date of when we're gonna reconvene, and it was like, yo, Mona, don't forget, yo, like that morning, that afternoon, the next morning, but like before you're even saying good morning to me. And it's like you're micromanaging. We can stop all this shit. Like because to me, why are you rushing? Why are you like, we have everything planned out, shit is going smoothly. Why are you rushing my process? Why are you rushing this process? I start to get like paranoid. What the fuck are you doing? Slow down. Like, and if that doesn't work for you, we just don't need to work together. It's gonna get done. You feel me?
Yeah.
But aside from like, I put a lot of pressure on myself. So I really got to a point, obviously, like with therapy, getting to learn yourself, just learning how to get myself in a productive space versus learning like when I need to stop, like forcing myself to stop. I'm still working on that, like stopping, because I'm not good with just sitting and doing nothing.
Yeah.
But you need to learn, like, to like getting back into meditation and stuff like that, allowing yourself to actually sit and eat when you're eating. Little moments like this, like I'm not editing while I'm eating. Like I want to sit and enjoy this meal. Like, you feel me?
Present.
Yeah, exactly. Like little things like that, because you're constantly going. But yeah, setting up a routine for myself. So, because again, I'm stubborn. So if it's like, if I say this, that's it. So tricking my own brain into like, I'm not getting on social media until I work out, or until 10 o'clock at least. If I don't get to work out today, I at least have to do this before I reward myself with whatever the fuck, like things like that. Discipline. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, you she's like nailing it on the head. Everything I'm like overly explaining, like that's the word for it. But definitely finding balance, I have to have some type of routine. As a rapper, artist, singer, people expect you to be up at ungodly hours. And to me, anything past 9:30 is ungodly. Don't call me about an email. We're not set. No, you could talk to me about it tomorrow. If you try to invite me out and it's after 8 p.m., 9 out of 10 times I'm not coming. You didn't give me enough time. I didn't get to nap. I didn't get to, and because I wake up at 6, 7 a.m., workout, straight to work.
So you got that.
And I'm handling a household. Like, you feel me? So like, I'm busy. Everything is ordained, planned, intentional. I'm not one of these motherfuckers just, I can do this now. Like, da-da-da. I'm managing somebody else's whole business. I don't have the same, I need to have some type of routine. I also drive myself crazy. If I don't have some type of routine, when you have days off, you're walking in a circle.
No, literally.
Like, there's, like, you get what I'm saying? So like, I know myself. I've been I've been on the edge with my mental health. Yeah. We're not going back. We can't afford to go back there.
Yes.
So setting up things in place that just become habitual for you, you fuck around and forget that you were diagnosed with anything. Like, I'll get triggered now, and my reaction might be something that, like, a reaction somebody with PTSD would have. Yeah. But I'm so used to living in my world of, like, peace and taking time to reflect and being calm and all this shit. I'll be like, why am I acting like this? And I would have to really take time to be like, there's an actual chemical imbalance going on. Like, as much as I do good with it 10 days out of the week, something still might trigger me. and just taking time to like just getting to know yourself. As that mindset will be like, yeah, bitch, you still are. You still have this. That's not an excuse for anything, but like be mindful, give yourself some grace, sit down for a second, like
That's
understand.
That is.
But
I was literally just gonna say like giving yourself like grace. Like allowing yourself to feel that way is very important in order for you to move past it.
I got a lot on my plate, so it's gonna be pressure. But yeah, just again, routine, balance, like I need it. And if you disturb that, you cannot be around me because I'm not sacrificing that. And then you learn all the billionaires work like that. So I think we're just naturally on the right path. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Bro, Beyonce is probably one of the most disciplined people I've ever heard of. So we outside.
I fuck with that answer. That was perfect.
Thank you.
That routine shit is like the most fucking important thing that you can do.
It's hard to maintain at our age too, because we young, fine, and turn. Like we want to get up and go. Like, but
and then you fall out of that for like a day or two, and it's like your whole world is a fucking mess. But it's like you can get back to it. It's just
harder. It is harder. It's like, but you can do it. If you want something bad enough, you will figure out a way to get it. I believe in that wholeheartedly. So yeah, because I got here.
Yeah, exactly.
We got here.
We're gonna keep going up.
So yeah.
That's crazy. Sometimes I be having like a pause, bruh. I'm just like processing.
Digest.
I know. I be thinking. I be feeling like bad sometimes. Cause I'm like,
I know.
But I'm just like thinking about what you just said.
I'm so present that I'm like in my brain.
I love that though. I love that. I love podcasting and stuff. Like I want to start doing this more. Don't tell nobody.
Hell yeah.
I'm manifesting it. Yeah. I'm like little something. Yeah. Little radio.
I fuck with that.
Start going live more. It's so funny because I don't like going live though.
Really? I don't really like going live either.
I don't. Like I need to start more, but I'm like, this is
people watching me. Like why
like I see who's watching me now.
I just feel like I have this fear of like I'm gonna start the live and then everything's gonna stop. Everything that I'm doing is gonna stop, and I'm just be sitting there like looking at my phone like, hey,
hey, what's up? Wave, like, say hi. Like
I don't make beats like Devo. We'll just be like, I'll start beatboxing for you, but like no.
That's about it.
No. But no, this was a vibe. Like thank you so much again for your flexibility. I'm so glad I was able to get here. Like this was meant to happen.
One more thing before we wrap it up. Do you have any advice for creatives that are trying to get up and moving?
Get up and moving.
Get up and moving. Do what they need to do.
It's gonna sound like too simple, but I don't want to use Nike shit. Do the damn thing. Like literally get up and do it. Post it, write it, record it, whatever you feel strongly about, whatever you feel passionately about. I need you to put blinders on and get that shit out. Once you start receiving some feedback, build from there. But do not hold yourself back, because there is never going to be a right time to start. Do it. You need to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
And if you're constantly listening to what everybody else has to say, or constantly trying to reach this level of perfection before you drop, you're not going to find it. You're never going to drop. You're never going to give yourself the opportunity to blow up or do whatever you want to do. So just do it. Even if it's trash, you put it out and everybody's like, this is trash. You can be like, okay, this one was trash. Let me go work on the next one.
Now, like,
why was it trash? At least you have something to get feedback off of. You have something to study. Yeah. Like, put it out though. And this is for models, photographers, songwriters, engineers. If you engineering on Fruity Loops, nigga, you better make that the hardest beat. Yep. Put that out on SoundCloud, wherever you can, get other people to hear it. And so you have something to start building off of. I'd be so embarrassed when niggas find my SoundCloud music. I'd be embarrassed when I accidentally find it. But it's like...
But it's part of your growth. It's like part of your story.
And then also, listening back to it, it's like, oh my God, that was so bad.
Yeah.
It's so cute. Like, look at me now. Like, you feel me? Like, you need somewhere to start.
Exactly.
But yeah, just literally any negativity you've heard, that shit does not matter. Like, nothing but the support that you've been getting, or that whatever you believe in yourself to do, that's what matters. Do that. Just put the shit out. Like, I really wish people could feel me. Right. How hard I'm saying this.
I can.
Ignore
I definitely can.
them. Put that shit out. Like, period. If you love it, then that's it. If you like it, I love it.
Period.
That's it.
Exactly.
But yeah. That's
some
it.
damn good
Felt that
advice.
in my chest.
You feel it. You feel that shit.
Like, do it.
Please. I'm begging you.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that. Well, on that note, thank you so much for dropping the gems. For fucking
many
with us, being
These
vulnerable with us.
Yeah,
appreciate it. I'm glad you were comfortable enough.
Yeah,
to,
very much.
You know, spill some hot shit, hot takes.
I'm ahead.
But tag your socials where they can find you on all streaming platforms as well.
Yes, you can find me on everything at Real MonaVeli. That's RealMonaVeli, capital M, capital V. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I should have said TikTok first, but I'm an auntie. I be on Twitter. But everything at Real MonaVeli. Again, capital M, capital V. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank
you so much. This is a beautiful.
I'm glad you had fun.
I'm gonna be back too.
Amazing.
This is not to be sick of me because
another one going.
This is not the last time you're gonna be here.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of Pink World. Stream Bad Guy on all platforms. Shout out Real MonaVeli, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
I love you.
About to buy me a nice little gun and say I got one. Ain't fucking with a circle, this period keep the stack up. On any day I'm choosing cats, can't trust the water or blood. Like a